How did a nation, once the workshop of the world, find itself racing to build the ultimate weapon? This is the story of Britain's nuclear arsenal, a saga of ambition, secrecy, and geopolitical chess that reshaped the nation's place on the world stage. Our story begins not in Britain, but in the chaos of World War II. British scientists were at the forefront of early atomic research. The Frisch-Peel's Memorandum, drafted in 1940, was the first to lay out a practical method for creating an atomic bomb. This crucial document spurred the Allied effort, leading to the Manhattan Project in the United States. Britain sent its top physicists across the Atlantic to collaborate, contributing significantly to the bomb's development. They believed they were partners in a shared endeavor. But after the war, the world changed. The United States, now the sole nuclear power, passed the McMahon Act in 1946. This law cut off all information sharing on nuclear technology, effectively shutting the door on its closest ally. Britain was left out in the cold. For the government of Clement Attlee, this was unacceptable. How could Britain maintain its great power status, its influence, and its security without the ultimate deterrent? The decision was made in secret. Britain would build its own bomb. The project, codenamed High Explosive Research, was a monumental undertaking for a country crippled by war debt and rationing. It was a testament to national pride and scientific prowess. Scientists and engineers worked tirelessly at clandestine sites like Aldermaston and Windscale. The challenges were immense, from producing weapons-grade plutonium to designing a workable implosion device. The public knew almost nothing about this massive, secret effort happening right under their noses. Then, on October 3, 1952, the moment of truth arrived. Operation Hurricane. Off the coast of Western Australia, inside the hull of an old frigate, Britain's first atomic device was detonated. The resulting mushroom cloud announced to the world that a third nuclear power had been born. Britain had rejoined the top table. But the atomic bomb was just the beginning. The Cold War was escalating, and the arms race was heating up. The next great leap was the hydrogen bomb, a weapon hundreds of times more powerful. Once again, Britain decided it had to keep pace. The H-bomb program was even more challenging, pushing the limits of scientific understanding. In 1957, over the Pacific, Britain successfully tested its first thermonuclear device. This achievement had a profound impact. It demonstrated Britain's continued scientific and technical might and, crucially, it convinced the Americans to cooperate once more. The 1958 US-UK Mutual Defense Agreement was signed, restarting the special nuclear relationship. This agreement was a game-changer. It allowed Britain to access American designs and technology, making its own program more efficient and cost-effective. With American help, Britain developed a credible, deliverable nuclear deterrent. First came the V-bombers, the Valiant, Vulcan, and Victor. These sleek, delta-wing jets were the pride of the Royal Air Force, ready at a moment's notice to carry Britain's nuclear payload deep into enemy territory. For a decade, they were the cornerstone of the UK's defense policy. But the age of the bomber was fleeting. The development of surface-to-air missiles made them increasingly vulnerable. Britain needed a new delivery system, one that was survivable and unstoppable. The answer lay beneath the waves. The Royal Navy would take over the deterrent mission. The UK acquired the American Polaris missile system and built a fleet of 4 Resolution-class submarines to carry them. These bombers of the deep could patrol silently for months, hidden from detection, providing a constant, secure second-strike capability. From the late 1960s onwards, one of these British submarines has always been on patrol, somewhere in the world's oceans, a continuous at-sea deterrent. As the Cold War drew to a close, the Polaris system was aging. A decision was needed for the future. After much political debate, the government chose to replace it with the more advanced American Trident missile system. This led to the construction of the 4 Vanguard-class submarines that carry the deterrent today. These boats are larger, quieter, and carry more powerful missiles than their predecessors, ensuring the credibility of the UK's deterrent well into the 21st century. Today, the UK's nuclear deterrent remains a cornerstone of its national security policy, but it's also a subject of intense debate. Questions about its cost, its morality, and its relevance in a post-Cold War world are constantly asked. The decision has already been made to build a new class of dreadnought submarines to carry the deterrent into the middle of this century, ensuring this complex story continues. From the desperate race after World War II to the continuous submarine patrols of today, the history of Britain's bomb is a fascinating chapter in the nation's story. It's a tale of scientific genius, political will, and the relentless pursuit of security in an uncertain world. Thanks for watching. If you found this history interesting, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into history. See you next time.